cold outreach is still the easiest way to land more clients in 2025. Prove me wrong, okay? Content. That's what everyone is telling you. That's what every one of your YouTube gurus is trying to sell you on, every one of your Twitter gurus, Instagram gurus. Of course, I'm not telling you content is bad, but I'm telling you that you're very unlikely to start getting a lot of traction from content, Especially nowadays, like, how many people there are trying to get viral in your niche. And if you just think that you're gonna be doing content on the side, maybe 20, 30 minutes a day, and you're gonna fucking blow up, well, I'm here to tell you the truth, you are fucking not, okay? So what you can do instead to get more clients, and especially for those of you that have been doing a lot of content, maybe trying to run ads and doing all this shit, you realize that it's a lot of fucking effort, to get that traffic channel going. And I'm here to tell you that cold outreach is way easier. It's way easier than people make you believe, okay? And why does no one incentivize cold outreach? Because the platforms that are on which the cold outreach is performed on, like social media, like email, like everything, like most of these people that are actually doing cold outreach, they are not fucking doing content about it because they are printing money out of it, They don't want other people to know. So here's why I'm telling you this. I just want to balance it out, okay? I know there's so much potential in so many businesses to do cold outreach that they just don't even realize. I mean, like for any kind of business where you can sell something through messages, it doesn't even have to be through messages. What you are selling, you are maybe trying to book more calls for your agency, Let's say even you have like SEO agency. Instead of doing content, doing this AI generated shit, with all these, B-reels between that no one is fucking watching, you can just be sending out hundreds of DMs every single day to people that actually are relevant to your business. You can control all variables in outreach. You can control how many DMs you send. You can control to how many people you send the message. Based on data, you can predict what results are you going to be getting. You can be doing this with content. You can be doing this with ads, but ads are generally way more expensive, and all the platforms are just trying to scheme you out of your money at the most part, and there's so much competition on ads. Everyone knows about ads. Everyone at your grandma by now maybe know how to run ads. It's super simple. These platforms are making it super simple, and so there's so much competition right now. It's not that Facebook ads are not working like they used to in 2014. Twitter ads are fucking expensive. Linking ads are expensive as hell. YouTube ads are expensive. So it's very hard to get ads running. So what's left? People are trying to just smash content because all they see all day is that they consume more content, but they don't see what's happening on Twitter outreach side. There's so many people that are doing cold outreach that are making numbers you wouldn't believe. Hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month from just cold outreach, And why you don't hear about it? Because these people don't have to do content in order to promote cold outreach. That's why there is not too much content about it. And the content that there is about cold outreach, in most cases, is just people selling you more content, Just telling you about outreach, but they're at the end selling content. So how to actually get this going? Like if you have any business, I can guarantee you that if you're just gonna send a few hundred DMs every single day on top of what you're already doing, you're gonna get more clients than you're getting right now. Even though it's not gonna be perfect, okay? What you just have to do, first of all, identify who you are selling to, okay? Just the audience. So let's say you are selling to, let's say you're SEO agency, whatever. SEO agency, and you're trying to recruit, some small B2B businesses that are trying to get rankings on Google. So you just go ahead and try to figure out where are these people, what platform, what social media platforms are they using, are they mostly on email, are they on text, are they on WhatsApp, are they on Twitter? And based on that, you choose a platform that they are most likely to be active on, and then you just figure out how to send messages from that, how to do volume, okay? First step of outreach is just start to figure out how to do volume, nothing else, You are gonna have no idea what is gonna work before you start sending volume. So the aim is any platform it is, okay? Some are easier, some are harder. Like on Instagram, you would have to set up a couple of accounts to be sending a few hundred DMs. On Twitter, you might just set up one account. But whatever the platform may be, figure out how to send like 500 DMs a day and just run this for 14 days and see what happens. You know, you're gonna get negative replies. You think it's gonna hurt your brand? Like some fucking 500 random people are gonna tell you that you sent them the wrong outreach message? Like no one gives a shit, you know? No one gives a fuck, and this is just a limiting belief that you have to overcome. So, and even though you're gonna get negative replies, in many cases, these are gonna be great feedbacks to what you're gonna be doing next. So, let's say someone tells you to fuck off, that like, this is not something that they'd be interested in, whatever you are trying to offer them, but you at least get some feedback, you know? So maybe figure out this type of leads that I just got is maybe not the ones that we are looking for, or maybe we have to position our offer differently in order to appeal to those people. Now, what many people do wrong in cold DMs, they're trying to sell right away, and they are trying to send something that's a big commitment, okay? So what do you have to do in order to get success with cold outreach? Make up some low commitment offer them something for free, offer them something where they can actually see you prove the value, because this is what's different than content. With content, people are consuming your content, they're consuming a lot of information about you before they take any action. With a lot of these people that are selling something with their content. With cold outreach, you're just out of nowhere appearing into someone else's inbox, and it's just a question about 3 to 5 seconds before they make the decision. Firstly, do I see the message? Yes or no? And then do I reply to the message? Yes or no? And if you're trying to get later when they're conversating with you, bigger commitment, like you have to pay me before we get on a call, or you know, you have to schedule this 2-hour long session, or whatever the case may be, most people are just gonna ditch it, you know, because it has to be low effort. They don't know who the fuck you are. So you first have to let them know who you are, prove what you are all about, and then you can start making some higher commitments. So what I always recommend people, even if you have paid offer, try to make something that you can offer either complete for free, and like this can be something easy. You can say, if you're doing websites, you can just say to them, hey, can I do a free website audit for you? On a call, I would just give you a few pointers that based on what I've known and when I've created, you know, hundreds of websites before, this is what improves the conversion rate, and I can just give you some feedback. So this is just one simple way to add value to the people before you actually try to sell them, in order to get more of them on the call, you know? So the first step is always remove the friction, try to make it as easy as possible for them to accept. And of course, if you're gonna be getting not relevant leads, like that's something you control, you know? You can control to which people you're reaching out to, okay? So you can filter out all the Indians, all the Africans, or all the people you don't wanna reach out to, if you know how, you know? So that's about just figuring out the tech stuff. And what I would recommend you the most, okay? If you choose the platform, let's say whatever it is, you choose cold email, find someone that is good in cold email, just pay them $400 for an hour call. I can guarantee you, this is gonna make your life so much easier, because they're just gonna show you exactly how to set this up. But make sure it's actually from someone that knows what they are doing. Ideally, someone that makes a living doing that specific strategy. And I've done this multiple times, and then so many times, and then just most cases, like I saved tens of hours, if not hundreds of hours, setting this up, because these people, they already know. Most of these people are super focused. That's who I want you to find. Super focused on one platform. They're just doing this every single day. Nothing else they're doing. You just tell them, hey, can I borrow 1 hour overtime? What's the price? And they're gonna say, you know, in some cases, just ask them, what's 1 hour worth of price for you, okay? Because some guys have never been offered this before, so they might say, you know, $200, even though in reality for you, this might be, you know, 5,000 worth of value. So you can do so much arbitrage gain in just asking these people out, but you just have to find them, you know? And how to find them? Start looking up cold outreach. You can go to, you know, Black Hat SEO, some of these guys that are doing loads of stuff in cold outreach. You can be going through YouTube, you can be going through, you know, Reddit, all these, trying to figure out who's the authority in your niche, and just pay them. If you have the money, it doesn't have to be too much. Just pay them for 1 hour, 2 hours of time, for them to just point you where to go, you know? And that is gonna save you so much time. And then you're just one step away from doing all this. You just have to follow the steps, set up the initial campaign, send a bunch of DMs, and after, let's say, 1,000, 2,000 DMs, see, okay, this is how many people have replied, this is how many, you know, call to action links have I been able to send, and this is how many conversions was I able to get. Now, what you just have to aim for, and this is what many people do wrong, many people try to optimize for reply rate. Reply rate doesn't matter, you know? The only thing that matters in cold outreach is how many conversions you're getting. So only KPI that you look at is what is the conversion rate, what is the amount of conversion per 100 messages I can get, per 1000 messages I can get. And just try to aim at a number that's gonna be good ROI for you, you know? Because getting outreach campaign going, it's not gonna be super costly for you in most cases. And the only thing you're trying to figure out is how can I get a proof of concept of something that works, and then just 10x that one thing. This is what's so good about cold outreach, you know? I literally am sending, right now it's about 50,000 DMs every single day, you know? And it's so easy in most cases to scale this up, and you can control the volume. That's what I'm telling you. It's not like content. In content, you can post 100 posts and have no idea if any of them is gonna blow up. On outreach, you control all the variables. The only thing you don't control is the amount of conversions you get, and which is what you try to figure out on the proof of concept. So figure out, if I send this many messages, this is what I get out, and then calculate if that's worth it for you. If it's worth it for you, just duplicate what you're doing and just send more DMs. It's that fucking simple. You know, it's no super freaking science. And the beautiful thing about it is that you control it. You control almost all the variables. So you are only the one that's dependent on if this is gonna be success or if not, it's not gonna be success. If you're not getting enough results, that means you don't have enough information. There's always someone out there making money with what you're doing. And this is also a limiting belief that I had before, that many people I've had before, is they thought that they couldn't make money with cold outreach with their specific business, and it's never the case, you know? There's always a way. Maybe you have to switch platform, maybe you have to switch the offer up, maybe you have to switch the way you're converting the lead. So many ways you can change it to make it work, but I can guarantee you that sending a few hundred DMs is not gonna hurt your business.